Welcome back. Let's move to some labor issues now in Nigeria. The Nigeria Labour Congress has commenced a two-day warning strike despite calls by the country's government to shelve that strike. Labour had shunned a meeting with the Minister of Labour and Employment on Monday in a bid to resolve the impasse. The NLC in particular missed that meeting, and they had on Friday given a notice of a two-day warning strike in protest at the suffering caused by the escalating inflation brought about by the removal of subsidy on petrol. Let's take a report on that.
Congress is ill-timed, is ill-motivated, and there are no proper measures of what the strike intends to achieve. There are no prior notice to citizens. You don't just wake up within 48 hours and say for the next 2 days we are shutting down. No system works like that. If America were to be going on strike every policy of government, do we have a country called America today?
Right, for more on this, we're joined by a leader of the Nigeria Labour Congress who have embarked on this strike. The chairman of the Labour Congress in Lagos State is Comrade Fumi Sessi. Comrade, good evening to you.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting me.
All right.
To speak this.
Yes. Before we go to the other questions I have, what happened? Let's start from this point. What happened yesterday? You know, the TUC didn't support the strike. We're hearing they went for a meeting with the Minister of Labour and Employment. The NLC was invited for that meeting, and the NLC pulled out at the last minute, citing something the minister did or said. What happened?
Well, I wasn't part of the delegation to that meeting. At the state council level. I'm not at the national level. I wouldn't really understand or know the major reasons for pulling out. But I feel, on my own part, that probably the federal government is trying to use that opportunity to prevent the NLC and all its affiliates in proceeding for the 2 days warning strike. That probably they want to plead, and the plea wasn't to be taken by NLC. NLC look at it as a last-minute approach, and like the way the federal government always reason every minute when we declare any action, there will be a fire brigade approach. I feel that is the more reason why the NLC refused to attend that meeting.
Okay,
most especially.
Yes. Yeah, Comrade, what's your take on the fact that Comrade, sorry to interject, but quickly, what's your take on the fact that the TUC went for the meeting and pulled out of the strike, which it has been collaborating with the NLC all this while to organize?
Well, permit me to also say it clearly that TUC and NLC leadership at the center, that's in Abuja, they've always been collaborating. But for TUC now to say that they are not going with us in this journey, I really didn't understand, or I cannot really say what made the TUC not to be part of this. So the best answer will come from the national president or the general secretary or head of information of NLC at the center.
Thank you very much. There are reports of compliance with the NLC, strike order in some states, while some were not compliant in other parts of the country. What is it like at your end, your domain in Lagos State, and what's your take on the fact that there was some semblance of normalcy of activities in Lagos State?
We had meetings with all the affiliate unions of the State Council, where we all agreed to embark on the 2 days strike action that was called by the neck of NLC. We agreed that we will comply. And the various national unions also wrote to their state councils to also comply with the NLC directives. And we now put the work in the hands of all the affiliate union leadership to ensure monitoring and to ensure full compliance of the NLC directives. So, and to a reasonable level, I've had to go out today to do some monitoring. All the places where I went to, our members and our unions, they complied.
All right.
So if there is any area where there is no full compliance, we're using this opportunity and this medium to tell all the affiliate unions of NLC that
All right, we seem to have lost contact with Comrade. Comrade Fumi, are you there?
Yes, please, I'm here.
Okay, we'll give you a sentence or two to round off what you were saying.
It is a decision that we have all taken, and every one of us must respect the decision of NLC at the center.
All right, thank you very much. Comrade Fumi is Sessi, chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress in Lagos State. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.